and welcome back to Underrated Movies number. Now, I looked it up and I've still forgotten. It's either 5 or 6. I feel like it might be 6, but I feel like that seems like I've done a lot, so maybe it's 5. But I don't really know, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but you'll know before me, because you'll know before on the title. Anyway, so yeah, I have, again, 3 movies that I consider to be underrated movies that I want to share with you guys, and hopefully you might want to check out. Now, I feel like my mix this time of my choices is a little bit, I don't know, I'm a bit apprehensive about them, let's just say that, because usually I'm like so certain, I'm like, yes, everybody is going to love these are definitely something that everybody can enjoy. These ones I don't think that about, but I personally really enjoy them all, but I think not everybody will. Does that make sense? But I still think they're underrated, and I still think they deserve a mention, and I still want to talk about them because I personally really enjoy them, and if I enjoy them, I know there's going to be somebody else out there who will enjoy them. So yeah, so we'll get started. So the first one is actually the one that I think everybody should watch. No matter whether you enjoy it or you don't, it doesn't matter, I think you should watch this movie. And it is The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. This is one of my favourite movies ever. I've seen this movie so many times, and it's a really hard movie to watch, so it's quite surprising actually that I've watched it so many times, but this movie is so fantastic, and it really hits you where in the heart. Does that make sense? That didn't make sense. About World War II and the whole Nazi Germany concentration camps situation. So basically this movie is based on a book. I haven't read the book though, but I'd quite be like to, because this movie, I think it's incredible. So it's about this little boy, and basically they live in, where do they live? They must live in Germany. Where do they live? Where are they? I don't know, they move. I've seen this movie, so I haven't seen it for a while, but I've seen it a few times. The little boy in it, anyway, he's just an innocent child, and his father has a lot to do with the war and stuff, which a lot of people did, you know, people had to, get involved even if they necessarily didn't want to, and also like that. So anyway, the little kid doesn't know this, he doesn't know what his father does. They move, and they move right near a, one of the Jewish concentration camps. And the little boy's told, don't run off, don't do anything, because it's a bit of a rough time as well with a lot going on, the war and stuff, so they kind of want to keep him close by anyway. But basically the story is this little boy meets another little boy, this little boy here, and this little boy is a Jewish little boy, and he is inside this concentration camp, and they're both children, they're both the same age, and it's just crazy to see how different their lives are because of the situations. And it's such a sad story, but it's so eye-opening and it's incredible. I love this film. I think it's an amazing film. I definitely think everybody should see this film. But it's definitely one of the most powerful films that I've seen based around its subject. I know you've got things like Schindler's List and stuff like that, which again is also an incredible film which everybody should see. But this one, I think people don't talk about this one a lot. I think it's a bit underrated, and I don't hear many people talking about it, to be honest. Maybe people have seen it and they just don't mention it, but I think this film definitely needs everybody to see it. I thought it was amazing. I think everybody should watch it. Definitely check this one out, and I think it'll be worth your time. No matter what you think about it, I just definitely think it's definitely worth you watching it for sure. So yeah, that's The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. Okay, now moving on to a lighter note, I have like a family fantasy type movie for you, and it's Disney's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Now basically, I got this movie, this DVD, not the day it came out, sorry, around the time it came out. It came out kind of on DVD, just kind of before Christmas in 2010. I asked it for Christmas. I asked my dad for it for Christmas, and he got it me for Christmas, and I hadn't seen it or known much about it. But we popped it on Christmas. It was just me and my dad having Christmas dinner. We popped the film on, and I only ever remember watching one other film with my dad, because we don't watch films together ever, and we haven't watched a film together since this film in 2010. So we definitely don't watch films together. But the other film I remember watching with him was called Tooth, and that was when I was really, really little, and we bought it, or we watched it on Sky. I don't know what happened anyway. We watched it on the TV. But anyway, I'd got this film and I got a whole bunch, but this one I was like, we'll put it on. I think we were waiting for the food to cook or something. So we put it on and we watched it, and we didn't actually watch the whole thing of it anyway, but we watched most of it. I've seen the whole thing lots of times, but anyway, we watched most of it, and he was kind of enjoying it, and I was really enjoying it, and it was just fun. It feels like one of those family-ish, Christmassy movie. No, it's not Christmassy at all, but I feel like you you could put it on around Christmas. That's why I'm kind of mentioning it now, because you know, it's November, and I feel like this is a family movie that kind of gets a lot overlooked. It's a fantasy film. It's got Nicolas Cage in, who I don't actually like, but he's fine in this. I didn't even realise it was him, to be honest, half the time. And it's just a fun fantasy movie. That's all I can really say about it. It's, you know, about this boy, and he ends up working for this sorcerer, and it's all magic and fun, and I don't know, it's just one of those type of films you can just watch it and enjoy it. And I think a lot of people don't like this film, but I had a really good time watching it. So anyway, I watched it that one time on Christmas, most of it, and then I watched it again the whole way through, you know, maybe a couple of days later. Really enjoyed it, and I've watched it many times since. Actually, I watched this one a lot. This is one that I just really enjoyed at the time, and I wasn't sure if it was because of the whole thing of watching it on Christmas Day and watching it in Christmas spirit and stuff like that, that kind of maybe added to my really liking of it. But overall I liked it. So I think if you're looking for a fantasy family film to watch, it's a Disney film, a live action Disney film, and you know, it's not the best film ever, but it's definitely underrated, and I think you'll enjoy it if you just kind of give it a go. You don't have to think too much about it. It's just a fun film. Does that make sense? I enjoy it personally. I'm going to watch this one again soon. I had a great time watching it. I've not watched it for maybe over a year, so I wonder how I'll think about it now, but hopefully I'll enjoy it as much as I did, because I did really enjoy it. Plus, this guy, I'm sure he's out of This Is the End. I was watching This Is the End, and I was like, who is that? And I was like, oh, The Sorcerer's Apprentice. That's probably not what he's best known for at all, but yeah, overall, if you're looking for a fantasy family film and you've watched all of the kind of big ones, definitely give this one a go. And then my final one is kind of a light and fluffy fun one, and it is One Fine Day with Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney. This film, I love it. Love it. It's great. It's so much fun. It's like a fun, romantic, but not too romantic, not too cheesy film. I love Michelle Pfeiffer and George Clooney, so they're great. Basically, Michelle Pfeiffer has a little girl and George Clooney has a little... Oh, no. George Clooney has a little girl. Wait, what way around is it? Well, they both have a child. I think George Clooney has a little girl, Michelle Pfeiffer has a little boy. Well, on the back, they're holding a boy and a girl, so unless they've switched children on the back, I'm not sure. But anyway, they both have a child, and they're in the same year, and basically they meet, and it's all set throughout this one day. And it's just such a nice film. I just love it. It's just sweet. It warms your heart. It makes you feel good. After you watch this film, you just feel happy. You just feel smiling, and sometimes that's what you need. So I've never heard anyone talking about this. I love it. I think it's great. It's a lot of fun. Sunday afternoon, just pop this on, or just if you got some little things you're doing and you want to watch it, I just love it. I just think it's just happy, fluffy, good stuff. And that's sometimes what we need. So I definitely wanted to include a fun, happy fluffy movie, and it's got the cute little kids in and these two adults trying to just get on with their day, and it's funny, it has comedy, I just like it a lot. I definitely recommend this one if you're just kind of looking for a light movie to watch, and you've kind of, because sometimes they're not, I feel like I watched a lot of them and sometimes they're not that good, they're just like mediocre. I think this one's a bit better for its genre of film. I feel like it does a really good job at it. Does that make sense? It's not, you know, so definitely if you like those kind of movies, definitely give this one a go. So yeah, those are my 3 recommendations. I know they're a little bit different this week. So yeah, like I said, we've got One Fine Day, which is a nice, fluffy, enjoyable, funny, make you feel happy watch. The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is a fun family fantasy movie, and Boy in Striped Pyjamas, which is a sad, heart-wrenching, but powerful, important film to watch. I think it's important to watch it. I just do. So yeah, those are my 3 underrated movie picks. Let me know down in the comments below if you've seen any of these. Thumbs up if you enjoy these. I personally love picking out the films for these ones. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, or if you are a newbie, and keep smiling, peeps. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!